All right, guys. So Wario here. Yeah, the strikers left inch thick soap. Where is he? You use like tiniest spittle of that soap. He said you fill the bottom up.
No.
I don't know. It's slippery than normal here.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. So here's a guy regardless. In this position here, he's on his side. He's being smart. He wants to reach up underneath me, right? That gives him so many things to push by, take my back, all that stuff, right? He wants to reach the knee. We're gonna keep him down. As he reaches up, and here's the muscle work here, you man grip his wrist and you pull it across your body. You then take your hand, put it underneath his armpit and grab the back of his head. He has one of two options, guys. He either pulls his head straight back, which is what you really want because then he gives you the arm bar. If he drives forward to you, forward to me, because you want to keep that there, and you go deeper half. That's what you want, because then you take your elbow, put it in back, and lock up your darce. This is laborious, old school muscle jiu-jitsu, super effective, no matter what I found the most effective is when I'm going against a big gorilla. Because all I gotta do is get them fingers in there. Once I start to squeeze him, it really cuts nasty blood off, all right? Again, so he's here, we're here, I'm in his half, I push him down, I grab the wrist, I pull it across. I grab my arm under his armpit. Now guys, this is one of those things that looks really easy, and then when you're doing it, you're like, I don't get it, it's okay. I'll detail it out in a second. Underneath, grab here. He goes to pull out because he's smart, and now I take the bottom part of my pec on the top of his elbow while I'm pulling up. Yeah, it's really a lot more effective than it looks. Let me show Joey. The guy with a little smaller size, you'll see it works just as well.
I might be smaller, but I'm virtually untappable.
Yes, he's untapped. So he's here. He reaches, he goes to reach, I grab his elbow, pull it here, and I put it in my pocket. I drive my arm under his, and I grab the back of his head. He either tries to go deeper half or pulls straight back. That's what you want. You feel how tight that is? I roll his arm up, you see guys? And because the curvature of my body, it gives the perfect place for him. But let's say he goes deep half like he was doing. That's good. I go like this. See it? Just starts it from there. And it puts lights out. Let's try it and then we'll detail it out. 1, 2, 3. Nearly as easy as, it doesn't look as difficult as it is. There's a few moving parts here that you've got to really focus on. Matt, please. Knowing where each guy's body is. Here. We're here, we're working from here. I get this, I put it in here. The first thing I'm gonna do, guys, is jam this in my pocket and lean on it. If he goes to pull it out with everything he has, he's giving me it. Yep. Right, he's gonna realize, anybody with any kind of jiu-jitsu experience is realizing the vulnerability there. As soon as this is here, he knows he's in trouble. Now, if I have little girl hands, he's gonna yank it right out. Pull it. And now the position's gone. I gotta grab this thing. And guys, remember where we're grabbing here. That bone right in between his wrist and the heel of his hand. And I'm using these two fingers. Here, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys see it? Mm-hmm. Now, say he starts to come in, my hand goes underneath, I grab the back of his head. He's grabbing under my leg because that feels comfortable for him. I like that. I'm going to lift up and give it to him, and now I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to use my chin to keep his arm in place. And now this is the money part here. My elbow goes in back of his head and folds him in. Now, a big guy like this, sorry, okay?
No. I was like,
if I can grab here, not grabbing is really not going to give you guys a lot of torque. That's the thing. You got to grab that thing. Mm-hmm. Now, real quick, just the hand. When you have the hand, the thumb is facing straight down. You're not doing this. You're not doing this. Your thumb is facing straight down. That leaves the vulnerability here exactly where your ribs can push against it. As we talked about, Laborio teaching us using something else beside our eyes to see. We have to be able to feel his knees, his hips with the other parts of my body. I want to feel where his elbow is with my ribs. Boom! See it?
Plus.
And this is a real feeling position. I know, like even if the guys on YouTube are going to watch and go, oh, that's easy. It's not easy. It's really a very, very difficult position. It just looks easy. So we're here, we're working. I use my chin, I use whatever. Boom, I put it here. Sometimes he doesn't even know it's coming. I'm here like this. He's reaching deep. I give it to him. I'm going to sit right down on top of that. Underneath. I keep his arm in there. Elbow in back of my arm, replace it. Now, if you got a guy like this, who's thinner and stronger in the neck area, man, just sprawl. And just hold it. Just wait.
He's dead.
He's asleep. So you guys see what I'm talking about? Leg position. Come on this side, Brian. This leg here cannot get out. I'm going to lift up so you can see that he's on top of my calf, and now my thigh is grabbing his leg. Pull it out. Not happening. And that's important too. It can't be some weak old half guard where you're going like this, and then all of a sudden he's out, and you're down. So there's a couple of moving parts there. And it's really going to be a proclivity for some of you guys not to use your elbow in the back of his head. But believe me when I tell you that extra angle from this position here, when you use your chin to hold this here, elbow where your hand is. Pull it in deeper, replace that. Okay? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. Guys are doing. Number one is please don't let him out the half guard. Remember we talked a lot about stealing the half? I'm in his half guard technically. But once I lock his leg, I steal his half guard. Number one. Number two, when I grab this wrist and grab it like I showed you and put it here, I start to reach under. Don't try to get the armbar from here. You're not going to get the armbar from here. It's going to be too easy for him to turn his arm. So you're going to start here. He feels you starting to get his head. He starts to sit back. Right. He's leaving his arm vulnerable. But okay, so he goes forward. Right. Now I'm doing this against a big guy. I can't get my Darce in. Watch, guys. No problem. Grab this. And do that. Now, what I just want to with Matt. Remember, this is the knife. That's not. If he was a big loaf of bread, which is...
It's a pun.
I'm not cutting the loaf like this. I'm cutting like this. I'm going to use the knife. So as I Darce this sucker, I can't get it in, no problem. Just grab here and pull up. You see it?
That's what I told her.
Huh?
That's what I told her.
What'd you tell her?
Grab in and pull up.
Oh. Come on. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3. Get a drink. Let's get some...